Tuesday night. Mark Abrams here in Philadelphia. Let's stay in Pennsylvania and go to one of Billy Joel's favorite towns, Allentown, PA, as we got the undefeated featherweight Martino Jules, who takes on Aram Avagyan this Friday night live on ShoBox, the new generation, the 20th anniversary special, the big card in Nebraska. Martino, what's happening?
Nothing much now. I'm just getting ready for the fights now. Just closing up camp.
So I know you've been trying to and wanting to get on ShoBox for a few months now. You had a fight that was supposed to be on ShoBox, and the fight actually was canceled the day of. Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully that won't happen here. But to talk this, what are your thoughts?
Pretty much, we've been talking with the team from ShoBox since I think last November. We finally set everything in stone in January, but the kid got sick the day after weigh-ins, which I know happens. It's unfortunate, but my team just made sure that I stood focused for the next opportunity, and we got it a few months ago, and we just been preparing for this guy. Aaron fought on the show when I was supposed to fight, so we already got a little size up and all that going on. We got to see him fight that night, but he didn't get to see me fight. So, pretty much we got to see his most recent version of himself, but he doesn't know much since my last fight last year. So,
what does he bring to the table, in your opinion?
Pretty much it's just another test to show my style for me to he's pretty much coming to test my mindset for every fight. Aram is a really tough fighter. He comes to bring the pressure, and when that pressure knocks him back, he gets back up and keeps moving forward. And that's a big test for me because I keep telling my team that I want the next big step. And I feel like Aram is someone who's really going to prepare me for that next big step.
You feel that a guy like him, he likes to come forward. He's an aggressive fighter. He's going to bring out the best and maybe show some of the skills that you have to bring to the table.
Yes, definitely.
So we got some people chiming in here. Let's see here, Pablo and Yanni Padilla. Let's get it, champ. Some of your people watching this.
Yeah. He was there for my first professional fight. He worked with my team back then. A really good guy.
So, tell the fans out there a little bit about yourself before we see you on Friday night in terms of, your pedigree, amateur career.
My amateur career, pretty much. Some tournaments, I did pretty well in them. But my team really, back then, we was just trying to fight. We really wasn't focused on the tournaments. So we really didn't get our name out there, but our names are still out there for the other coaches and fighters. So I have a lot of experience from my amateur days, and I think that carries me really well over to my professional stage. And from then, I've been pro since 2016. It's 21 now, so we've been taking our time actually, and really developing into a good professional stance. And I feel like I'm ready. I keep telling everybody that I'm ready to take the next steps. And in the gym, I really showed my team that I'm really dedicated for it, and I really want to go for it. So I feel like for the fighting on Showtime is really going to show everyone else that I'm ready for that next big step.
Tiana Vega Cosme, Team Jules. Who's that? Who's that? That's
it's my wife. It's my wife.
It's your wife. There you go. You go. Got some more people chiming in. Luis D. Garcia Martino. So I guess we got all your fans watching here tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you gonna have a little bit of a contingent coming out to Nebraska, or I guess maybe because of the COVID stuff, people have to stay home and watch on Showtime?
Yeah, and plus Nebraska is a far away from home, so I'm just grateful that my supporters could still see me on the TV rather than in person. So It's a win-win for me still.
You've had so many fights. Literally at the Sands Bethlehem, you can pretty much walk there. Now you got to go halfway around
Yeah,
the country for this.
yeah, definitely. It's a big, it's a different experience coming up. I haven't fought since over a year, so my nutritionist and my conditioning coach made sure that I had the knowledge to really prepare for what's coming.
How difficult has it been for you in terms of being able to, obviously, you train for fights, and then you, like you said, you got to the fight and it didn't happen, and you know, obviously, you probably, everyone needs a little downtime. How do you kind of balance that out over the last year?
My downtime pretty much. Um, it's weird because I'm like a gym rat, so I really don't ask for a lot of downtime. My downtime is right when I get home. I have two little beautiful girls. I have my wife here. Um, so a lot of times when I get home, it's pretty much family time. That's really where I find my peace and happiness is when I go home. Throughout the day, no, some days is better than others, but it's really tough being inside the gym, really putting in the effort and really trying to reach that next level. And then when I'm doing that for weeks after weeks after weeks without fighting, my home is what keeps me pushing forward.
Luis Garcia, you believe this is your toughest fight to date?
I'm hoping that every fight that I have will be the toughest fight. For a fighter, I really want to test myself. And it's in my bloodline to go to war. Um, I'm not asking for anything easy, and I don't want anything easy. I really want to prove to myself that I could reach the levels that I won't even think of.
Who are your boxing influences?
Um, I really don't have a lot of boxing influences. Um, you know, Pretty much everyone I see is someone that I would want to be. So,
Mm,
I guess you could say that I just have a lot of motivation from seeing other people win. When I see other people win and see them keep winning, then that makes you want to grind harder to get that opportunity to face that person.
you didn't have like a favorite fighter growing up, or a favorite fighter or two?
I mean, a lot of people in my generation really like Mayweather. People love to see Pacquiao, so I've always watched fighters, and I always try to take what's best from the boxers from my generations. And then my coaches now, Luis Melendez and Indio, um, they remind me of the great boxers from their era too, and make me study them. So it's a lot of you know I'm grabbing stuff from a lot of different fighters from different eras. So I really didn't get a chance to really sit down and really have a favorite fighter.
Louise against Jonathan Williams. It was an inspiration. Who's that?
Jonathan Williams, he was someone who I grew up next to in the gym every day. He turned, he was the closest thing to my brother, and not even closest, he was my brother. Um, Shortly after turning pro, he was the one who took the head coach mantle, because Louis Lennox was having some issues. So John stepped in, and our bond grew even more. And a few years ago, John John's life was just taken due to gun violence. So it was
Mm.
something that really impacted my personal life, but also boxing as well. And as I mentioned before, the days, some days is better than others, but every day is tough. And
Hmm.
the reason why those days are tough is because he's not there next to me anymore.
You bring him into the ring with you.
Yeah, I wake up thinking about him. You know, ever since, a lot changed when she passed, and every day has been painful, and it hasn't been less painful. Um, but I know that he's there watching me and pushing me forward every day too.
It's very inspirational, and I'm sure especially Friday night, seeing you make it to where you're going to be on a national television on a major show, because this is the 20th anniversary ShoBox show. This is a big deal on Showtime. So and Louise just chimed in again, says that you're very strong and everyone's proud of you. And so
Yes, yes. Thank
you
you,
have a
man.
lot.
Thank you.
You have a lot to keep your head up for, and Friday night is hopefully going to be maybe I don't want to say the culmination of what, but the start of the next phase of your career in terms of getting to that next level. And Friday night can very well be the kickoff of that. What do you want to tell the fans out there before we let you go? I know tomorrow's a travel day, so I don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah. To all my fans, listen, I just gotta say that I love the support that I get. I know that I'm lacking on social media, but I still see everything. And every day that I get to the gym, I still feel all the support that I get from everybody. I'm trying to do my best to stay in touch with everyone, but I'm just focused on training and trying to reach that next level. But but to see everyone still there, I'm definitely going to show the love to everyone coming Friday night.
Well, Martino Jules, we look forward to see you in action. Can't wait for this big fight against Aram Avagyan this Friday night live on Showtime, ShoBox, the new generation. We thank you for a few minutes of your time, and best of luck, and we'll talk to you along the way.
Yes, thank you, man. All right, everyone.
Thank you.